Hello and welcome to All the Things. My name is April. Welcome to Mental Health Monday. As promised, today we are going to talk about panic disorders. And yes, I'm going to be looking down every once in a while because I want to make sure and give you guys all of the information that is necessary to hopefully support you if you've ever experienced this before. I am a licensed professional counselor. I have been practicing since 1993. I am not in private practice at the moment. I do have a job with a company. So there's that. I'm not here today to give you information to diagnose yourself or anybody else. I am here to simply talk about panic disorders and to give you some ideas if you are experiencing panic disorder, where you can go and get some help. So this is not about a treatment plan. This is not about treatment itself. It's just information. So in sign language, right? Information. That's what I just want to give you today. So let's talk about panic disorders. First of all, I'm going to let you know that the National Institute of Mental Health is an amazing website to go to. I will link it in the description box down below. And just so you know, it is NIMH.NIH.GOV. National Institute of Mental Health. So great website. It has a ton of information on a ton of different topics. It's just really phenomenal. So question, have you ever had a panic attack? Panic attacks suck. I have had 2 in my life, and thank you very much. am fine if I never have another one. The first one, I thought I was going to die. Like I had gone out to have a drink with a friend of mine who was in town. It was right after my son had come home from the hospital. He was born 2.5 months early. So yeah, and this was a hot minute ago, people. He's 23 now, so he's totally fine. But, we had been in the hospital for 6 weeks, I think, every day, all day. And then I brought him home, and it was so weird because there were like nothing beeping telling me he was alive, and nothing. I couldn't look and see what his oxygen saturation was. It was a lot. It was a lot. So that, I think, just sort of culminated when I finally had just let down enough of all of my guards. And we were just sitting at the bar having a beer, and I got super sweaty, like not just hot, but like lava hot, like sweat pouring off of me. My heart was just like bam, 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 bam. And then everything went black, and I put my head down on the bar, and I could hear what was going on. My friend was like, "Get a cold towel for her, please." And another bartender came by and said, "Get this drunk out of my bar." And the other waitress that was there was like, no, she's perfectly fine. She hasn't even had one drink. Something's going on. And so then they're like, "Oh, do we call the ambulance?" And I'm like, no. Like I knew I was having a panic attack, but I thought for sure I was going to die. And it took a while for me to come back from that. It was probably a solid 20 minutes. And then I sort of had felt like I had been hit by a Mack truck. So I, just went home, and I was pretty much out of it for the rest of the evening. So yeah, I didn't really get to catch up with my friend. So that was sad. But apparently I had some emotions stored up that needed to be addressed. So for me, that was completely unexpected, which can happen. Or there can be a clear trigger. There may be a smell or a sight or a sound that, boom, just triggers your panic attack, and it's happening. And no matter what, if it's unexpected or that it's going to happen, they're so horrible. They just suck. And sometimes it's really hard to get out of them. I've had clients when I had my private practice that would tell me, I sat on the side of the road, for 2 hours because I just couldn't get back into traffic. I having a panic attack, and so then I was worried about traffic, and then, just kind of went on and on and on. So yeah, the heart palpitations are really normal. The sweating is really normal. Short of breath, feeling out of control, which is exactly how I felt when I thought for sure I was going to die. I mean, you don't feel in control when you feel like you're going to die. Even as a trained psychotherapist, I was experiencing it, and I'm like, this has got to be a panic attack, but it can't be a panic attack because I feel like I'm going to die. Yeah, but no, it's a panic attack. And I fought with myself in my head over that, and I'm trained. So if you have not had the training that I've had and you experience a panic attack, they're scary AF, man. They are not fun. So what do you do about panic attacks? First of all, if you experience a panic attack, go see your PCP. Call them up, do a Zoom, whatever it is, but let them know that you experienced a panic attack. They can talk to you about who you can go see. They may have a great referral for you. I'm sure that they would. You can use Talkspace. You can find a therapist. It doesn't matter. Just go get some help because you don't have to live with panic attacks. You do not have to. There's medication. There's just so many different treatment options available. And if you're having panic attacks, you probably have some kind of anxiety stuff going on, right? So get all of that addressed. A panic attack rarely happens alone. Mine was absolutely situational. I had just had this little baby who, he was born 3 pounds, and there were several times where we're not sure if he's going to live, and then he lived, and then I took him home, and then I was like, oh my gosh, what if he dies because he's home, and all that stuff, right? So yeah, I know exactly where that panic attack came from. When I was out of it, I was like, oh yeah, okay, that makes perfect sense. But in it doesn't make sense sometimes, and it's just hard. So get some help. Again, talk to your PCP, let them support you in finding a treatment plan so you don't have recurring panic attacks. Because they're hard, man. And, my heart is with you if you experience panic attacks. One of the things that I used to tell my clients all the time is, it's just a trick. And I don't know, it may work for you, it may not. It's not going to solve a panic attack. It's not going to stop you from ever having them again. It is not treatment. It is an in-the-moment trick that you can try. If you feel, and I heard this a lot from my clients, that they would feel a panic attack coming on. Quick, run to your freezer, get a couple of ice cubes, hold them in your hands as long as you can, and then just throw them in the sink. Because ice hurts if you hold on to it for too long. And if you introduce that type of stimuli to your body, your brain has to stop what it's doing and be like, oh my gosh, what is this pain? How do I take care of this pain? How do I manage this? And sometimes it really can, like if your panic attack was going to be here, it'll bring it down to here and be like, okay, yeah, I'm a little uneasy, but I can handle this. I'm not saying it's going to work every time. I'm not saying it's going to work for every person. I just know from working with folks who have had anxiety, it was a trick I taught them that, was pretty powerful sometimes. So, hey, give it a shot or not. Totally your choice. Anyway, so thank you for stopping by today. Again, I will link the NIMH information, National Institute of Mental Health information down below. And I will also put up in the cards, one of these sides over here, my first video about anxiety. Okay, so I hope you're doing well. Be blessed, and I will see you next Monday for Mental Health Monday. Bye.